Welcome back, guys, to another video. This is Sergeant Chicken, and today I will be showing you how to create your very first website. So stick around. When taking our first steps making a website, the first thing that we need to do is create our index HTML file. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is the language that we use in web design to tell the web browser the content that we want to be displayed on our website. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that and how to set up your HTML document so that it can be read by your web browser as an HTML document and actually displayed on your web browser. So the first thing we need to do to get started is open up Notepad. So all we have to do that is go down to the search bar on Windows and just type in Notepad and click enter, and it'll just pop up right away and it'll open a new note for you automatically. So now that we've created Notepad, what we have to do is we have to declare that this file is going to be an HTML file. So in order to do that, we have to type in this tag, which is doctype HTML. This tells our web browser that this file is going to be an HTML file. And the reason why we surround it in those two brackets is because that tells the web browser that this is going to be an HTML tag. So tags in HTML are very important because that's what we're going to wrap all our content in that we're going to be displaying on our page. For example, all the text that you see on websites is wrapped in either a p tag or in a heading tag of any kind, an H1, H2, and all of that we'll talk about in a later video. But for now, we're just going to work with the setup. So now that we've declared that our document is going to be an HTML document, we need to actually include the HTML tag that will contain all our HTML that we're going to be writing. So what I did here is I opened with a starting HTML tag, and then I closed all our HTML within this closing tag right here. And this just prevents our HTML from spreading across the entire document, so the web browser knows exactly where all our HTML is going to be located within this document. So now that we've created our HTML tag, the next tag that we need to make is our head. So our head tag is going to contain all the important information on our page that won't actually be displayed. So for now, all we're going to put in here is the title. And this, which you'll see in a second, just changes what you see at the top of your screen here. So if I wanted this to say something like Sargent Chicken's site, I would just type in Sargent Chicken's site and make sure to close our tags so that it doesn't overlap any other tags. And now if we were to open up this file, instead of this saying Sargent Chicken YouTube, it would say Sargent Chicken's site. And I'll show you that, guys, here in a second after we save this file. Alright, so now that we've finished our head, that's all we're going to put in there for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our body tag. And the body tag is going to contain, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It'll contain the body of the site, or the main content, and the content that's actually going to be displayed on our website. So just to put a little message at the top of our page, we could put inside these body tags an H1, and an H1 just stands for heading 1, so it's the largest heading that is going to be displayed, and we'll just type hello world just to see what an H1 looks like for the first time. Alright, so all of this looks good, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra spacing between my different tags just so we know where which one is. And now we're just going to save this file. You can either do this by clicking File Save or just clicking Control S. And this will automatically save the file to wherever you have your files saving to. So for me it's documents, and that's completely fine. So I'll just call this our index.html. You can also do HTML, but I like to do HTML. Either one works. It doesn't really matter. If you like saving the extra letter, then do HTML, but for most people you'll want to go with HTML. Alright, so now that we've declared that this is an HTML file by adding this tag and saving as type all files so that it can be saved as an HTML file, we want to make sure that our encoding is UTF-8, and now we can save it. So now that we've saved our file, if I open up my File Explorer here and we go to our documents and we double click on index.html, you'll see it opens Sargent Chicken's site and it says Hello World. So that about wraps up what I'm going to be talking about for this episode. So just as a review, we went over how to set up your HTML document so that it can be recognized by a web browser, and I showed you guys how to save the file so that you can open it on your web browser. So in the next episode, we'll go through how to actually add more content to your site and a little bit on how to style it to look more appealing.